Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Rita Stewart, and I am the co author of Kiwi, a children's devotional. And I want to thank you for joining me this afternoon for a live reading from the devotional Kiwi, a children's devotional. And we will be reading the devotional, The Thankful Turkey. First, I want to say happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of you. And I want to encourage you, whether you join me here live or if you catch this on the replay, to share it with other friends and family members who will find this to be a welcoming reading for their family. I want to go ahead now and get started. I will say that this particular story or this particular devotional actually has a sequel or a sequence to it, a second reading, and I will be sharing that story on tomorrow afternoon with you all as well. I figured this was a perfect week to share this particular devotional with you all, with the fact that we are celebrating Thanksgiving this week. So I will go ahead and begin. When you do join in, whether it's live or via the replay, please make sure that you say hello and let me know where you're joining me from. I would appreciate that. But for now, we will begin the story, The Thankful Turkey. Once upon a time, 3 turkeys cleaned their rooms. Mom Turkey decided to give them each a quarter for working so hard. The 3 turkeys asked to go to the store to buy candy, but Mom Turkey made them go one at a time since they usually got in trouble together. Caleb, the first turkey, took his quarter and started walking to the store. It was a very blustery day. Just as he stepped over the gutter, whoosh, the wind blew, and he dropped his quarter down the gutter. Now Mr. Mouse lives down in the gutter. When Caleb saw Mr. Mouse, he asked, "Would you bring me my quarter?" Mr. Mouse, being the nice mouse that he is, carried the quarter out of the gutter and gave it to the first turkey. The first turkey continued on to the store and bought his candy. Soon, Cameron, the second turkey, was walking along to the store. Just as she stepped over the gutter, whoosh, the wind blew, and she dropped her quarter down in the gutter. Now, Mr. Mouse lives down in the gutter. When Cameron saw Mr. Mouse, she asked, "Would you bring me my quarter?" Mr. Mouse, being the nice mouse that he is, carried the quarter out of the gutter and gave it to the second turkey. The second turkey continued on to the store and bought her candy. Now it was time for Mason, the third turkey, to go to the store. Just as he stepped over the gutter, whoosh, the wind blew. Just like the other 2 turkeys, he dropped his quarter down the gutter. When Mason saw Mr. Mouse, he asked, "Would you please bring me my quarter? Please, please. I really want some candy. Would you please bring me my quarter?" After Mr. Mouse carried the quarter out of the gutter, the third turkey yelled with excitement, "Thank you! Thank you, Mr. Mouse. I didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that for me. I really appreciate your help." "You know, Mason," said Mr. Mouse, "there were 2 other turkeys that came this way, and neither of them said thank you or please. I want you to know that a lot of people dropped money down in this gutter over the years. Because you said thank you, I'm going to go down and get as much money as I can and give it to you." Soon Mason was on his way to the store with lots of money to buy lots of candy. Boys and girls who are listening, I want you to remember, or I want you to see if you can pick out the key word that Mason used as he talked with Mr. Mouse and as he asked him to help him to get his money, his quarter that he dropped out of the gutter. Think about that. The moral of this story is that it definitely pays to show gratitude. And parents and adults who are listening with the children, I want to encourage you to share with them Luke chapter 17, verses 11 through 19, which talks more about the concept of gratitude and thankfulness. And again, this is especially fitting for this time of year for families, this particular devotional. There are two reflective questions that are at the end of each of the devotions that are written in Kiwi, a children's devotional. And the first reflective question that's written for this particular story is number 1, why is it important to acknowledge the kindness of others? So adults, if you're listening, children also, I'll repeat the question again, and then you can have a dialogue together as a family. But also, I would encourage you to answer that particular question in the comments. That will be very helpful to others who will listen along as well. So number 1 again, why is it important to acknowledge the kindness of others? The second question for this particular devotional is, how would Jesus have us respond when acts of kindness are shown to us? Oh, I love that question, right? How would Jesus have us respond when acts of kindness are shown to others? Again, families, I would encourage you to go ahead and make a comment about what your children shared or about what thoughts you've had personally. I actually even have adults who actually read Kiwi as their own personal devotional. So you can also respond in terms of what the two reflective questions are. And also share what your thoughts were about the particular scripture reference. Again, Luke chapter 17, verses 11 through 19. And as I shared at the beginning of this particular broadcast, this particular devotional has a sequence, and we will be reading the second story tomorrow afternoon. I will go live and read that as well and share that with you. And I want to thank you for joining this particular reading of The Thankful Turkey in Kiwi, a children's devotional. Again, I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. I want to thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Donna, so much for joining us for the live reading. And be sure to share this again, friends, with others and let them know that we will be going live again tomorrow for the sequel to the story, The Thankful Turkey. It's going to be so neat to hear exactly how the brothers and sisters interacted with mom as a result of their encounter with Mr. Mouse down in the gutter. Thanks again. God bless you. And I hope you will be joining me on tomorrow afternoon for the second reading. Blessings.